Hello, everybody. You're welcome to my today's talk. This is Timeless the Empress, the Empress of Lagos, and today I came across this very video of the former president of the United States. It's about nation building. I'm talking about building nation, like a nation building post. I have a lot of segments in my um, channel, and I'm trying to make them more visible and more loud for people to understand what this uh, posts actually signifies. I have news from church where I discuss stuffs that happen in the church, and I have nation building, other segments that you'll be seeing from time to time. So you're welcome to my nation building post. You're welcome. If this is your first time of seeing this beautiful black lady on your screen, this is Timeless the Empress, the Empress of Lagos. That is just me. I'm just me. I'm a Nigerian, and I love to talk. And I love to talk about God. I love to talk about my society, my country, making it better, making our environment better. So the infotainment I bring is it's interwoven with a little comedy sometimes, a reality, and it is absolutely news. That's what it stands for. So you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Joa Media is the company name, and it is uh, incorporated already, and a whole lot of stuff will be coming out. I am interested in doing a lot of movies, music, talk, publishings, stuff that surround the media generally. You're welcome to my today's talk. Today, I came across this very video of the former president of the United States, Barack Obama himself, giving a word of advice ahead of the just past presidential elections that we had in Nigeria. So I came across this video before the elections actually. I was supposed to post it and say something about it before I post it, but somehow during that season I was really caught up in a lot of stuff and I couldn't really post it. But after the elections now, here we are, and everything that he said in the video seems to be the opposite what our democracy is about, because democracy is democracy and it's one definition, and he helps us to understand what democracy actually means, because we've actually grown past a lot of systems in Nigeria, time of the military regime, and now democracy came to play, and everybody was happy that okay, now we have freedom of expression, freedom of speech and everything, and freedom of everything that we do, especially freedom of voting and be voted for. So during the elections, we saw a whole lot of stuff that went down that were not really too good for a democratic system, and it gives a lot of Nigerians this panic if we actually going to ever survive in this democratic type of system that is being operated in Nigeria, because everything the former president of the United States said in this video, the person of Barack Obama, is actually opposite of everything that we experienced during the elections and we are still experiencing in our system. Our votes do not count. We did not even voted. A lot of us couldn't vote because we changed that from our polling units. We couldn't vote, a lot of us. And people say we are still in democracy, and I'm wondering, this is not democracy really. This is bullying, this is staggering, and this is really, really sad for the common man in Nigeria. It gives us no hope at all, because we actually see that from this time to a time that only God knows when that time will end, we are just going to live in fear, in oppression, intimidation, and a whole lot of negative vices around us. So I just feel I should share this video so that we hear what the former president of the United States said to Nigerians, talking about our diversity, our strengths, our weaknesses, and what we can do to make Nigeria better. And one of those civil rights for us to participate in the elections, those rights were really taken from us. A lot of us didn't get to vote. A lot of us didn't even get a to say a word, because when you say stuff, so you don't know what will happen. So everybody is scared, people are afraid, You people are walking on eggshells, literally, and it is so sad. So let's listen to what Barack Obama has to say. You know, he is very experienced person both in the corporate world and also in government, and he has seen a whole lot of stuff and outcomes. And when he talks about democracy, it is really important that we come to understand really if we are really operating in that system that this man is talking about, or we just bearing and suffering and smiling like the legendary Afrobeats Anukulako Fela Kuti said then about with suffering and smiling. And should that really be the democratic system that we all envisage and want to really live in? Or is there something we can actually do? Because really May 29th is fast approaching, and I do not even know how I feel. I do not know how Nigerians feel. A lot of times I have this push to say, okay, let me hit the streets of Lagos to actually talk to citizens, to ask them what are they actually feeling about the upcoming inaugurations, and how are they prepared for what is coming. Are we really expecting true democracy in this kind of system that the votes were not really democratic enough? Yeah, and a whole lot of us are not happy about the outcome of things and things that are happening. So, is it really what we should be expecting? Is it what we should be is this what we should be praying for in a country like this, as diverse as we are? You know, we are so big and so much, and we have a whole lot of things to do to keep our unity together if we must be unified. Yes. Because whether you like it or not, whether this country they pretend as if this country is still one, this country is not one. This country is breaking each day, every passing minute and every passing seconds. We see division, we see annoyance, we see tribalism, we see hatred from our neighbors just because maybe tribe, lack of understanding, and a whole lot of time loss that morals that keeps people together, that keeps a nation together. So join me, let's listen to what Barack Obama have to say. And I know definitely we all will have one or two things to learn. Hallelujah.
Hello. Today I want to speak directly to you, the people of Nigeria. Nigeria is a great nation, and you can be proud of the progress you've made. Together you've won your independence, emerged from military rule, and strengthened democratic institutions. You've strived to overcome divisions and turn Nigeria's diversity into a source of strength. You've worked hard to improve the lives of your families and to build the largest economy in Africa. Now you have a historic opportunity to help write the next chapter of Nigeria's progress by voting in the upcoming elections. For elections to be credible, they must be free, fair, and peaceful. All Nigerians must be able to cast their votes without intimidation or fear. So I call on all leaders and candidates to make it clear to their supporters that violence has no place in democratic elections, and that they will not incite, support, or engage in any kind of violence before, during, or after the votes are counted. I call on all Nigerians to peacefully express your views and to reject the voices of those who call for violence. And when elections are free and fair, it is the responsibility of all citizens to help keep the peace, no matter who wins. Successful elections and democratic progress will help Nigeria meet the urgent challenges you face today.
So that's it. You've heard it from the horse's mouth. That's Barack Obama himself talking about democracy, democratic system, and how Nigerians can actually achieve true democracy and true democratic system. Because in view of the elections that just passed, it would be so untrue, or if it would be so untrue and so unfair if I say that everything went well. You know, you have the right to have your different candidates, your different parties, your different who you supporting and all that. It is democracy. You have the right, but the right of trampling upon other people's rights, that is a criminal offense really, that should take people from their comfort of their homes to prisons. Yes, that's where it should be. But in our country today, it seems they just borrowed the word democracy to us without actually enforcing democracy into the system. You can speak freely, you can work freely, you can't even vote, you can't even do a lot of things. And they say you are a Nigerian and we are one. I don't think we are one. Kindly drop your views, and really, where are we really going to? Is this how we're going to continue? Is this how we're going to be in the system where when you go to school, you don't even imagine all the years that you spent in school and you come out, there is no job opportunity. If you don't know anybody, you have no job. And even if you're going to have a job, they're going to pay you below the means of your living. Like you can't even get a decent accommodation, you can't pay your bills, you can't even eat well, and they will expect you to work. Like, can we write these things? Can this contract staffing thing be a thing of the past? Can people really understand what minimum wage means and how people can live and really live undermining the kind of job you do? Can the government do something that can make the system better, that can minimize criminality, fraud, that can because right now, if you talk to 10 people or 100 persons in this country, they'll tell you the only way to survive is through fraud, which is like the truth. If you hear from the reality of life and what they're passing through, that's the only way to survive here. But should that really justify it? The go ahead to do as them like? So it is really wrong. Prostitution is on the rise on a daily. Prostitution is like the in thing, you know. People cannot just survive without doing either prostitution or fraud, which is wrong. It shouldn't be that way. There should be a minimum wage, there should be plans of salaries, there should be how salaries are being designed to enable people earn a decent living. That's what government is about. So, guys, it is so painful that we are fixed with these predicaments in our very own time. Now, no matter how far you go in your school, if you don't have the right connections, you're not going to have a good job. And if you don't have a good job, there is no way you can live a decent life. I'm talking about living rightly, be able to have a decent accommodation, a decent home over your head, a decent roof over your head, be able to eat good food, be able to pay for your children's tuition fees without any form of borrowing and lackings, you know? So this poverty thing that is being enforced on our system today, I see it really as a governmental plan or an yes, as a plan to actually impoverish the citizens. And now they're coming for our educational system. Our educational system is crumbled. There is nothing good in there really. Rather, if you go to campuses today, what you're going to see is showcasing of the latest gadgets, the latest automobiles. You know, it is just waste really. So it is crazy, guys. Kindly drop your comments. I really want this nation to be better. This is my and all those kind of things. I hope our democracy really will be that kind of democracy that will be able to have the free that will be able to have the freedom of expression, freedom of votes, and to be voted for. Like true democratic system. I wish and I hope that we will see that change, that good governance in the system of our country, Nigeria. God bless you. God bless Nigeria.